Hello, my angels. So today I'm going to talk about Phoebe, Philo, and Iman while I get ready with you guys. I'm still trying to fall in love with the Jones Road. It's just not doing it for me. I got a pimple, which I haven't had in forever, and I don't know if it's the product, which I'm thinking that it is. But we'll see with time. So Phoebe, Philo, and Iman. Everyone keeps talking about it because Iman's saying that she boycotted Celine because Phoebe Philo didn't want black models in her show. This is all alleged, not rooted in truth or facts. This is just what I've heard, so I'm just repeating what I've heard, not necessarily saying, because I haven't heard Iman say that, that's a fact, but that's what's been said, right? So a lot of people are like boycotting Phoebe Philo, but I mean, those people are the same people that really couldn't even afford Phoebe Philo in the first place because we are not her target market. And what I was telling my friend who is talking about this is we're not her market. The people that support her, some of them agree with her. Some of them don't agree with her, but they just love her clothes enough to not even bother caring about what the controversy is. Like people who are faithful to Balenciaga, they didn't care what the controversy was. They're still buying Balenciaga, right? I think I put way too much on today. I really did. But the Jones Road has very medium coverage. Nothing really spectacular. I do go in with the Baked Balance and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation in the color tan. It is what's it called? What is her name? Laura Geller's product. And so my debate with my friend was that, it doesn't matter what we think or what we feel. She's fine. That's why she charges those outrageous prices, because she knows that the general public, the one that LVMH and Caring normally, are marketing, aren't her demographic. She's catering towards the elite that are a little bit slightly not for the same people that she's not for. They're never going to say it. They're never going to say it out loud. I mean, some of them will. But for the most part, they agree with her. So now I'm going to try on the Telescopic Lift mascara by L'Oreal. That was like this huge controversy. I did put it on top of another one in another video, but I want to put it on a raw eye. It has this weird brush that's like flat in the middle. See how it's like flat right there? You can't see it, can you? Because I'm in the picture. It's like, anyways, so it's flat in the middle on both sides. Like there's no bristles on it here. There's no bristles. It's just the brush, and then there's bristles there, and then it's no bristles again. So on two sides, there's no bristles, and the bristles are only on the side, which is weird. Charlotte Tilbury, the Pillow Talk mascara, same thing. So I'm guessing it's a thing. I guess that way you'll get more product on the actual, possibly on your eye, but I think it also gets in your eye. So anyways, the maybe it gets on your lashes and then the brush actually cleans it off. I don't know. So what I was telling my friend is, look, it doesn't matter what you think or how you feel, right? Everybody that is a minority could boycott Phoebe Philo and she's still going to sell out and hit her numbers because we are not her demographic. Right? People might buy it because they want to be relevant, like with the Row. But the truth is we are not the Rose demographic either. And we're not anybody's demographic. But they'll take our money, right? Now, none of this, again, this is just my opinion. This is just a conversation that I'm repeating. That everybody's going back and forth. People are saying things. It's a couple of us. First it was me and my friend, and then somebody else came in. And, and so they were like, yeah, but we have to boycott them. We're not their demographic. We don't even need to know Phoebe Philo exists. She's still going to do well in her circle. It doesn't matter how much bad press she gets. She's going to be just fine. Right? She's not going to go to jail for anything. She's not, we're not doing anything. This is the Becoming Pink Slip lip and cheek color. And it just gives like a little subtle glow. It makes it look very natural, young, and perky. And you're like wondering, like, why does she look young? Well, because it looks like I still have color in my cheek. because it's gone. But yeah. So whatever Iman said about Phoebe Philo, that she originally didn't want African American models in her shows, and she was upset that she had to include them, and therefore Iman always boycotted Celine because of it. That's what a lot of people are saying, but I've never actually heard Celine say it. I haven't seen a video. If you guys have a video, put it in the comment section where Iman is physically saying that, because I haven't really seen her words, her saying that. So I'm very curious. But I'm not surprised. I personally don't like Phoebe Philo's aesthetic, her style, her fits. Everything is made for thinner people. I'm not that size. I'm never going to fit in any of her clothes. She's also sizist. Like, you know, she doesn't really cater to plus size people or anyone over a certain size. I think the biggest size in her whole collection was, I think, possibly a 10. If even, you know what I mean? So that tells you a lot as well. These clothes are not made for everybody. They have no intention of including everybody. Never did, never will. It is what it is. So when people start talking and getting upset and angry, it's like, look, don't get upset and angry. Go enjoy the clothes that you like. Go enjoy the fashion that you like. Unless you love Phoebe Philo and you're upset that she doesn't make plus size clothing. I can see that. Or you're obsessed that she's a little, I'm not saying the word, you know, then I get your, you know, but there are so many other designers. Go find a new designer. Go find someone else that you can support, that's worth supporting in your eyes, and then share it with us so that we can support them as well. You know what I mean? I don't see why everybody's getting so upset. It's like, people are who they are. And that's the problem with the world we live in today. We don't allow people to be who they are. And then we condemn them for them feeling the way that they feel. I don't agree with it, but she has every right to feel the way she feels. There are some things that we don't like that, and then we're condemning them. You know, it's like, just understand, when I grew up in the 80s, and I know this is very controversial. I grew up in the 80s. People were super racist in the 80s. They said things that are so offensive right now, but nobody was really offended. Y'all are offended. This generation is offended. But like, nobody else was really, people were just like, oh, whatever, that's Crazy Joe. Or that's whatever Bob, or, you know, like, you know, whatever Karen, and, you know, you just, whatever. Like, but if they were sick, you still brought them soup. Like, you knew they were racist. You knew they hated you, right? But you were still nice because you're just a nice person. And they know that you're a nice person. And they still took the soup, even though they didn't like you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's just the way the world was. And it was cool. Everyone was at peace. We didn't have all this crazy going on and people beating each other up and harming each other the way that it is now. Not into that severity. Like, there is true hate in the world today. Like, people just didn't like each other back then. Some people did have hate in their hearts, but not as heavy as it is now. People are so divided right now because of all of this propaganda. It's like, okay, we know she's like that. Cool. I'm not supporting her. Are you going to buy her clothes? No, neither am I. Cool. Awesome. Let's keep going. You want to go to Starbucks? Cool. Let's go to Starbucks. And then you just keep it moving. You don't have to get upset. You don't have to think it's wrong. You don't have to get upset if somebody doesn't use the right terminology. Just look at the person and say, oh, wow, now I know what you believe in. Now I know who you are. And then you decide if you want to continue supporting this person. Do you want to continue hanging out with this person? Do you want to, it's up to you. But only thing you can control is you. You can't control your peers. You can't control their peers. You can't control anybody and their views and their families. A great movie to watch is American X. That's an excellent movie about someone who was originally a white supremacist, ended up going to jail, and the only people that helped him were black people. And then when he came out, he realized, like, I've been wrong this whole entire time. Even my people didn't help me. You know what I mean? And then they changed their whole view. And then you'll see, it's just a very wild and crazy movie. But it's a really great movie. One guy that I really liked, I had a crush on him, and I didn't care. He's like, "You want to watch this movie with me?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I didn't want to watch the movie. I just wanted to like hang out with him. But like the end, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a great movie!" Yeah. He made me watch that and Braveheart, but I kept falling asleep in Braveheart. I still never watched the whole Braveheart thing. Anyways, so I mean, it's your choice, but don't harbor on it. Don't allow the negativity into your soul. Don't let that even bother you, because they're not bothered. They're running around with their millions of dollars. These people are spending $8,000 on a bag, $10,000 on a trench coat. They don't care about you. They don't care that you're upset. They're in a very zen state. They're at peace, regardless of your anger or your frustration or the masses' anger or they don't care. So what we need to do is we need to get at peace, because the whole point of this is to razzle you up, to then take your peace. They're taking your peace. Just think of it like that. Every time somebody does something like that, they're taking your peace. Their peace is fine. You're the one that's upset, and you're the one that's angry, and you're the one that's and now everything in your body, instead of being at peace, is razzled and frazzled and erratic and chaotic. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let them get to you. Parking tickets, a cop pulling you over, all that is to get you frazzled. All that is to ruin your peace. They get off on it. Don't let them get off on it. Have a great day, officer. See you later. See you in court. I'm going to fight this ticket. Bye. And don't even say it. Just see it, have a great day, and then fight it. Like, don't let it wash off your shoulders. Like, okay, great. Awesome. Gotta go. Figure out how to make the money to pay the ticket or whatever. Like, that's what they want. And that's all I'm trying to say in this video, which is something very outside of what my channel is. They want to frazzle you. They want you to get upset. Don't let them get upset. They raise the prices. Okay, I'm not buying your stuff anymore. Bye. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. It's not worth it, you guys. With all due respect and love, and like, that's what they want. And I guarantee you, if more of us can be at peace and not let anything frazzle us, you're going to see how many more blessings and how many more positive things come into your life. Because oh, broke my foot. Guess I'm staying home today. Maybe I'll watch some cartoons. Like, just don't let it get to you. I know it's hard to say sometimes. I mean, it's easy for me because I've been doing this the majority of my life. I'm like, whatever. I had a big family. They were all crazy, chaotic, loud, wild, and here I am, this like, I'm gonna go to my room. You know what I mean? You just can't let things get to you. And I love all you guys. That's why I'm making this video. Don't support them if it bothers you. If any designer, brand, show, message bothers you, don't support them. Keep it moving. Money talks. The money's not there. They don't have what they need to fund their lifestyles, right? Like, right now they don't need our money because their money's invested and they're making money off their money. They own hotels, they own this. They don't need us. We don't even know what they own because everything is covered, right? So they have LLCs that own LLCs that own LLCs. You'll never know what they own, right? But for what you can do, just don't spend your money on it. Be happy. Go into the vintage market and go buy it. And that's another conversation that I wanted to talk about, but we'll do that in the next Get Ready With Me. The super fakes versus the fakes. There's so many super fakes out there, and people are buying super fakes, owning them, not knowing they're super fakes until they try to sell them. I don't buy any bag for an investment purpose. I buy it because I like the bag. I want to wear it. I actually want to destroy the bag. I want to wear it so much that I can't wear it anymore because I've worn it out. That's what the bag is for, in my eyes. So I'm not buying something. I would never buy a Birkin. If I was given one, I would never buy one. I would never buy certain bags. But if you give them to me, I'll accept them graciously. So just understand, if you're buying a bag, you can do whatever you want with it. But if you're buying it for an investment purpose, don't get upset if later on you don't get the return that you were seeking. Because things change quickly. Some things are valuable and then they're not. Comic books were a big thing, and now you can get them for like 25 cents. People were paying a lot of money at one time and now they're not. So it just depends on the value that somebody holds, and if it's a trend. Like, I think certain things are trends. They're not always valuable. Coin collection was also a big thing. Not all coins are valuable, but some people find it valuable because you're like, oh, you know. But one day, if we're ever in a big, recession, or there's no money, people aren't going to care about it. Do you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind when you're buying your bag. If you're buying it for an investment reason, or if you're buying it because you really like it and you want to wear it, or you're buying it because it's a trend and you want to be up to date and you want everybody to look at you and be like, oh, you got the new bag. Can I see it? Can I touch it? Oh, wow, it's so cool. A lot of wealthy people that I work with rent the runway. They will rent the it bag for right now, wear it, and then say they sold it so that they look like they're prevalent. But the truth is, they never had it in the first place. They never owned it. They just rented it because they're like, look, I'm not spending $8,000 on that bag, but I'll rent it, I'll use it, I'll get the use out of it. They're super careful with it. You'll see they're like crazy, like, no, wait, be careful, because they don't own it. So they had to give it back. Right? Where somebody that owns it is like, oh, okay, whatever. I mean, some of the people might get crazy because they spent a lot of money on it. But for the most part, it's just like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. Like, we're just going to keep it moving, and I'll try to buff it out later on, So be aware of that as well. There's a lot of people walking around renting the look. FYI. So I'm going to go now. XOXO. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know this is going to be very controversial. I'm going to get a lot of like positive, negative, whatever. So be it. That's just how I feel. I wanted to share my thoughts with you because I love you guys. Again, these are just alleged. These are my thoughts, my opinions, how I perceive things. It's not rooted in truth or facts. It's just how I feel, and what I was taught growing up and what I've seen, period. You can't fight or argue that because it's my experience, and what you're going through is your experience. And I would love to hear your point of view in the comments, but I'm not going to fight anybody. Like, just so you know, I'm not going to get in a debate or an argument. I'm just like to hear what you guys have to say. All right. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. If you like my style, come back for a while. I don't normally make videos like this. This is the first video I'm making like this, but I just want to see what you guys think. Bye.